Hi everybody. I wanted to go over how we are going to work this Thursday. So we are all going to work on analyzing artifacts created by an old student of mine in this class about a year ago. And we're going to be looking across this student's artifacts and asking ourselves, what does this person like to do? What does this person learn? How does this person learn? Who is important to this person? How does this person feel about technology? What does this person seem to believe about technology or themselves? How does this person change or shift over time or with different groups? Or in the case of the way that Burnett and company talk across different spaces. And then if there's something that stands out to us, but doesn't seem like a pattern or an answer to one of those questions, but seems important or interesting, we will note that as well. So I'm going to get started. Here I'm looking at this old student's postcard, then this old student's Techno biomap, and then this student's time use diary. So those are the three artifacts that we'll be looking at together. So I have shared this Google Doc with you. You should feel free to make notes in it, but if you're going to make lots of notes in it, you should download it to your computer and take those notes to yourself. So there's room in the document for everybody to take a couple of notes without cluttering it up. Ultimately, these are the notes that these are the artifacts and we're taking notes on them, but we are going to be logging one strong pattern or strong answer to a question over here in our class Google Doc. That's a chart for this student's technology autobiography. So what we're doing over here is thinking of what interesting or strong patterns and themes emerge across this student's artifacts that this student might write about in their technology autobiography at the close of this module. For you, on Thursday, this is preparation for you to do the same thing with your artifacts next Tuesday and some next Thursday when you complete your module assessment, which will be you doing analysis of your artifacts and composing your own technology autobiography. So let's try one of the first questions here. What does this person like to do? The first question is, what does this person like to do? So here I'm asking about what affinity groups they might be involved in, what discourse communities, and maybe this will tell me something about their identities. Let's see. So as I read through this first section of the postcard, I'm not really struck by anything that this person really likes to do. I'm just asking myself, what does this person like to do? At most, I would say leading the individuals. Maybe this person likes to be a leader. So I might mark that and jot that note over here on the side. But I'm probably going to keep on going. In the next section, my relationship to technology, one of the things that I notice here is this person likes to use many different tools. Having one tool is never enough to get the job done. Different types of technology, if used correctly, can help construct a better classroom. They keep going on, but this is the one that I'm focusing on in terms of what they like to do. Here I see they like to use many tools, and part of the reason they like to use many tools is because they like to get jobs done. They like to accomplish tasks, to complete, not to try a lot of things, but to finish things. So that might be something I jot as something I like to do. Moving forward, I'm going to read this section here about basketball and the NBA. And what I notice here is this person loves basketball. So I would jot that they love basketball. Not only do they love it as a concept and as a game, they like to watch it, they like to use the NBA site, and they like to stay up to date with current NBA information about the latest, here we go, highlights and lowlights. So staying current with NBA via the site and watching the games is important to this person. They like to do it. They love to do it. Reading this next section, it's clear that this person likes to play Nintendo, and so much that they might lose precious hours of sleep, and they're positioning their play as an addiction. So clearly they have an intense love for gaming for long periods of time, maybe late into the night, maybe beyond other things they might need like sleep. In this section, if I read through it, I find out that this person really likes to not only listen to music, but likes to listen to music of choice. And that was part of the reason that this technology was so important to this person, because that gave them options to choose favorites and ultimately actually to also make CD mixes. So this person doesn't just like listening, but they also like curating music for other people or for themselves. If I read forward here, I see that this person likes to hang out with their friends. They feel, when I read this line, now I feel I am dependent on my phone, which might not be a good thing. I think this implies that the person also might like to feel independent from technology, specifically for social planning or scheduling time or staying connected. And then if I read forward here in the entry about Skype, keep continuing to think about what this person likes to do. I know this person likes to stay connected to people face to face, even if they live far away. Moving into the time use diary and reading through the different entries here on the time use diary, I read that this person, this actually underscores a few of the different notes I have up here from the technology autobiography, the Techno bio map down here. First one being, this person's alone but in a group chat with their family, checking Twitter to see what they've missed while at work, but also messaging with the family. So here we see the person working to stay connected face to face with family. And a detail here is that the person likes to spend some of that time joking. So up here in the Techno bio map, we saw connections to family, staying in contact with family and friends. And here we see that happening immediately, not just in 2011, but since 2011 in the time use diary. If we keep reading, we see music again, important. Selecting music for the drive home. Can't drive without listening to music that I want to listen to. So not only listening to music, but choosing that music and curating it and using it in different places. Going down to the next entry, we see gaming, and here, same thing, gaming important then as well as now. So that's something that's been important since 2000. This being from 2016, that seems pretty significant, or 2017. So 17 years of gaming. So what I would do now is I would come over here to our technology autobiography chart, and I would note a theme. And there are several that I've pointed out over here. One theme that I pointed out was this idea of gaming. That's across two of the artifacts, right? This person likes to play games. The other thing that this person likes to do is they like to stay connected with family and friends. And we see that here, and we also see that down here. And another theme that I might write about would be music, and not only the importance of listening to it, but also choosing it and curating it, and I might reference the mixing. So the theme here is discourses. Whoops. One of the discourses that this person is deeply involved in would be discourse of family is important throughout the day. And data that might reference that is in the time use diary in a group chat, and phone use to make plans with family and stay connected in Techno bio map 2011. And I need to still go look up literature. So this will be something that I need to do to complete this assignment. And then my analysis would be, how does the literature that I cite help me see this data right here and understand this theme? So if I was making initial analysis about this person's artifacts and this theme of being part of a discourse with a family, I might think about whether or not discourse is really going to work. So the first thing I notice is like G talks about primary discourses, home discourses, being those we've acquired. So they're natural and familiar to us. So when I think about this idea about G's primary discourses, I think for this student, using technology, particularly social, playful, informal interactions on devices is part of this person's family's primary discourse. Joking via a group chat is a regular, acquired, natural feeling literacy practice for this person. I could also think about Joanna Good's concept of a technology identity with this data about what this person likes to do, and might say something about their beliefs about themselves. And Joanna Good talks about beliefs about one's technology skills, beliefs about their opportunities and constraints to use the technology, and beliefs about the importance of technology. Obviously, this person thinks technology is integral to family interaction. So, social joking and banter with family is done via technology, which makes the devices integral to family relations. You can do this for any of the questions, any themes that you read in this student's data, and that will mean you have completed the